Hello everybody and welcome to your 10 minutes of Eve. Last time we talked about research and copying of blueprints, and today we will start to talk about Tech 2 manufacturing. And I say start talking about it because we will definitely not be able to cover this very complex mechanics of Tech 2 production within one episode, and as last episode's 10 minutes were actually 20, I will definitely split this up into several episodes. If you like this idea and generally this format, please remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe. This helps me a lot. Okay, Tech 2 production. Tech 2 production, very basic mechanics are identical to every other production. So you need a blueprint, you need input materials, and you need a facility where you can produce. But that's about all the similarities you have to the much more simpler Tech 1 production. The only good thing to say about Tech 2 production when comparing it to Tech 1 is that you don't have to look for specific facilities. Meaning, if you have a facility where you can produce the Tech 1 version of an item, then you will be able to produce the Tech 2 version at the very same facility and don't have to go around looking for some specific rigs or other specialties of a certain facility. It will work in every manufacturing plant, whether on a NPC or player-owned station. While we will go into some of the details later, I just want to call up a Tech 2 blueprint. And as you can see at first glance, input materials are very different. You need a version of the Tech 1 item in most cases. That's true for modules and ships, at least, and drones. Ammunition and rigs don't require the Tech 1 item. You will always need one of those. What's their real name? A robotic assembly module. There are 8 types, which is specific for the type of item you want to produce. If you want to produce a weapon, you need weapon tech and so on. Then you will need specific advanced components. You will need morphite, and very often you also need PI material. So this is a lot different from what you need for Tech 1, where it's usually only minerals and sometimes a little bit of planetary interaction material. When looking at rigs, you need Tech 2 salvage and a RAM module. So this is on the face value a lot less complicated, but of course Tech 2 salvage is much harder to come by and much more costly if you want to buy it from the market. But one of the main differences when it comes to Tech 2 are increased skill requirements. So if we just go back one step, so for example, for building the Tech 1 medium core defense field purger, you only need Industry 1 and Shield Rigging 1, which is pretty easy to get. To produce the Tech 2 version, you first need a blueprint. We will cover that later in another episode, which you get through invention. And there you need different skills. You need hydromagnetic physics, quantum physics, and caldera encryption methods. Those unlock your ability to invent the Tech2 blueprint, meaning converting advancing a Tech1 blueprint copy to a Tech2 blueprint copy. More details about invention in another episode. So you need 3 more skills just to be able to invent. And then these also affect your chances of inventing a Tech2 blueprint, because that's not for granted. And once you have invented the Tech2 blueprint copy, you still need other skills, in this case Industry 2.5. Again, sheet rigging, the rest is the same, to produce the item. In other cases, the differences are bigger. So for example, to invent a Cerberus blueprint copy from a Caracal blueprint copy, you need high energy physics, caldera encryption methods, and caldera starship engineering. Again, this also affects your chance of success. And to build it, you need Industry 5, advanced medium ship construction now, and mechanical engineering, which was not, both of which, or those 3 were not required for inventing the blueprint copy. And as you can see, when it comes to ships, it gets more complicated. So this is quite standard, morphite, PI material, Tech1 items and the RAM, but the advanced components required to build a ship are much more numerous, and you need quite a lot of them. And if that wasn't enough, a lot of these skills also have additional requirements which you do not need for anything else but for Tech2 production. In this case, advanced medium ship construction requires advanced small ship construction, which is required for frigate and destroyer class Tech2 ships. The rest I guess you would have. And I forgot to mention, but Tech2 production is a Omega only career path, because none of the advanced skills you need are available for Alpha Clouds. Maybe one of the new expert systems will let you take a look into Tech2 production, but this has not been confirmed so far. So here you need additional skills, and for all those so-called science skills, so skills you will find in the science subcategory in your skill tree, they all require 2 basic skills at level 5. And there are a lot of science skills, and different combinations are required for production of different Tech2 items. So if you really want to deep dive into Tech2 production, you can expect a lot of skill training going on. So a lot of those you can see here are science skills required for Tech2 production, like here. All those physics, the engineering, the encryption skills, subsystems for Tech3, but a lot of this is required for unlocking the ability and for improving your chances of success when you want to invent a blueprint copy. Fortunately, the actual production is not chance-based, so once you get the copy and all the input materials, you will succeed in producing the item. But the element of chance is in the invention process, and this will have a lot of impact when you want to calculate which Tech2 items are profitable to make. One more thing about advanced components. Those you can obviously buy from the market, from people who sell them there, and usually you have a quite good supply. But currently, as people are building Marauders and assault frigates and interceptors for the Grand Prix and the upcoming PvP events, the stockpiles have been reduced. They are quite pricey yet, but there is obviously also a way to do those things yourself. You will find blueprints for these advanced components and the manufacture and research advanced component, and they are subdivided by race, and you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blueprints for each race. Times 4 means 36 advanced component blueprints, which will also all cost 5 million ISK if you buy them from an NPC, and this means 180 million ISK grand total if you want to be fully self-sufficient Tech 2 advanced components manufacturer. I haven't gone that far myself, but I have a lot of the Tech 2 component blueprints, and their huge advantage is that they are very quick to research to maximum efficiency, and actually they sell quite well in contracts. So this may be another way to generate some income. As you can see, you will be able to sell them for at least double purchase price, and so for roughly 4 days of research at quite reasonable costs. This may be something to look at, and researching them requires some skills at level 5, but no extra skills. These are basic skills which you may want to look into anyway. So this rounds up our basic Tech 2 introduction, and next time we will take a look at the invention process. I hope that you enjoyed this episode and would be happy to see you again next time.